Hello folks, my name's Jamie Feist and this is my YouTube channel, celloprofessor.com. So, I haven't put a video up in a couple years. Yes, I've been slack about it. I admit, I've been a slacker when it comes to putting the videos up. But here I am. I'm putting one up, and this one I think might be a good one. I'm hoping. It's the fruit of about 3 years of trial and error teaching some students vibrato. All right, I already have some videos up on vibrato, like done way back, I don't know, like 2008 or something like that. Had this student, I was throwing everything I had at him for vibrato exercises. Nothing was working. Nothing was working at all. And I don't know, I went into a vibrato teaching crisis. And what happened was I was at a violin workshop. And yeah, I like to go to the other string instrument workshops sometimes just to get some ideas, you know. And a little debate broke out. A little debate broke out between violinists about, do you think back first or forward first? And I was like, put my arm up, tried it. It's like, you know, I tried going back. I'd always thought of pushing first, push and then release. So start going back. I was like, thought of my student. It's like, I wonder. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, wait a second. Should we be pushing more or pulling more? I'm thinking pulling is this way. Do we push or pull? And I thought, wait a second. It takes more energy to go this way. So we should probably be focusing more on the pull. And in fact, we have gravity this way going down. Gravity goes down, right? So I was thinking it makes more sense to focus on the up than the down. Why am I thinking of pushing? Why not go up and then release muscles this way in the vibrato? So this started me thinking, and I've come up with some exercises to work on this. And I presented them to my student. We started working, and lo and behold, it worked. So this is now how I teach vibrato to my students. All right, I think it makes a little more logical sense, and it seems to work a little better. It certainly isn't hurting anybody. And so I like, when I have these new ideas, I like to try them out for a little while before I go and post a video on them, or teach my music ed students or anything at Central Michigan University. Before I do that, before I tell them, hey, you can teach vibrato this way, I like to try it out a little bit. So so I think it works. In fact, I like to vibrato that way now too. It's affected me. So look, teaching you learn how to play by teaching. Seriously. Okay, now let me show you some exercise. So on my other videos, I have the robot wave, right? So some of you, to do this one, need to get your elbows up a little higher. I already know you're down like this. That comes from experience. Okay, that I know that. Okay, so this rotation in the upper arm, I like to practice this way. So it goes like this. Good thing we have a ball and socket joint in the shoulder, because it allows the upper arm to do this, because vibrato would be really difficult without it. So basically, if I turn kind of this way, you'll see it happening. I call this the forgotten motion sometimes. We don't teach this enough. You see it? You see this motion? See it there? Yeah, so if you sit behind someone in an orchestra, you'll notice their upper arm going like that. Shake the stuff on the back of the arm. Shake it. All right, good. So that's the first one. But now with this modification, I want you, give it a try too, by the way. Just give it a try. Up and fall. Up, fall. Up, fall. See that? So I'm still rotating here, but I'm letting the arm just drop from gravity. And then I'm going to bend at the elbow, come in. And now I'm going to put the thumb on the back of the neck. I'm going to turn my hand this way a little bit so I don't karate chop. And what I want you to try to do here, so I want you to do the same thing. Up, fall, up, fall, up, fall. It's like the ride. Those of you by Chicago, you know, Six Flags. I'm originally from Milwaukee, so we used to always go to Six Flags, right? So you've got this ride, right? I don't even know what it's called there. There's Cedar Point in Ohio. Those of you in Ohio, you know, it goes up, you know, and then you like free fall down. I think it's called like the Power Tower or the Tower of Terror. Maybe the Tower of Terror is not good for vibrato exercise. So it's kind of like that. You go up and then it just free falls down. Okay? So up, fall, up, fall, up, fall, up, fall, up, fall. I got my thumb right here. And again, my hands turn back so you don't karate chop. Because if you're going to karate chop, you're going to tighten up and you're not going to let it free fall. It doesn't hurt the thumb this way. At least not mine. Good. Now, there are a couple different motions here in vibrato. So one of them is this, and another one is this one. Okay, the door on a hinge. This is the door. This is the hinge. This is like the wall, right? So there's also this, and these two combine. When the door closes, the upper arms kind of go this way. When you open the door, it goes kind of that way, right? So those two are kind of working together in crazy vibrato. The bees are coming to get you. So don't think bees. So why am I saying the stuff that's going to make you tight, right? If you get a room full of cellists doing that, it sounds like a swarm of bees, you know. So now I want to quick mention one thing. It's on one of my other videos. How to get the string down. Stop squeezing. All right, some of you squeezing with your thumb right now. Just pull the string down. Let me show you what I mean. Look, that's the direction to get the string down. Or you can do it this way, a little bit that way. All right, so it's either way, it's a down and a back. This way, without the thumb. Take your thumb off. Down and back. This is actually the back muscles. I've said this before on my website, in my videos. The fingers are just transmitters for the power. Can you imagine rock climbing just with your fingers? I mean, I don't rock climb, but you can't lift yourself up this way, right? If someone's rock climbing, the muscles are, you know, from the upper body, you know, and your back and your arms and all these things. And the fingers just transmit the power. That's it. These are just transmitters. Okay? It's so much stronger. I mean, you have so much extra power and reserve when you do that from your body. If you don't think of squeezing and it's all here, that's weak. Same here. It's a down and a back. It goes through the front of the hand. These two fingers, the power. Okay, down and back. So I wanted to say that. So when you do this swarm of bees, I'll call it swarm of bees exercise. When I'm doing this, first of all, I'm pulling the string down and back. Some of you just need to practice that. Take your thumb off. Take your thumb off the back of the neck already. Don't do it anymore. Okay, and then you're just going to pull the string down. Right? So you don't need to crank it down too hard, but that's where the power comes from. And then you're going to think up and drop. Just do that. Up and drop. All right? So now we're practicing the door on a hinge combined with that. You're just going to be doing it pretty much automatically. Different strings, maybe different fingers. There's fourth finger. I don't know, third. So up and fall. Now go back, pull the string down. Focus more on the up. And let gravity bring it down. By using gravity, your muscles can release. See? And I think that's why it helped my student that I was talking about earlier, who was having trouble with the vibrato. Okay? I think it was so tense. It was hard to get it to relax, but I think this gave him one more place to relax. Okay, so there's that. So we have robot wave, bending, and then we have this free fall thing. We got the bees, pulling the string down, up and fall. Okay, next we go to this. Put your thumb up like, yay, thumbs up. Vibrato's fun. Okay. So the reason this is, I'll have you do this, is if you put your thumb on the back, pretty soon everyone starts doing this wrist thing. That's not, I mean, you can add some active motion, you know, later if you'd like, different schools of thought on that. But for now, we're trying to get this forearm to relax, letting it go, you know. So we're going to put the thumb up here, because by just keeping the thumb from making a pivot back here, your brain, I think, makes a connection from the whole forearm into the hand. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same B thing. And you're going to pull the string down, and you're just going to relax your forearm, up and drop. And if your forearm's relaxed, it's going to pivot. Now, some of you are trying to do it this way. Don't try to do it. You're just going to let it do it. It's the difference between active and passive motions again. Like, we have lots of different kinds of motions on the cello. Roland talked about active motions, passive motions, and swinging motions. So Paul Roland was a famous violin pedagogue. So anyway, from Hungary. So for example, this is the example I usually use. This is a hand wave. This is an active motion. If I shake my hand out, now my hand's moving passively. It's moving actively. It's the direct result of contractions in my forearm. This is moving passively. I'm actually doing another motion with my upper arm. Okay, so this whole thing here is passive rotation. We're not going to make it do it. You're going to let it do it. Put your thumb up here. Some of you are already putting it back there. I know. I've seen this already. I've been teaching this now for 3 years, these exercises, so I've seen it. So pull the string down with your back muscles. Now, really let it flop around. Like you're going to even bump your pinky and your first finger as it goes up and down. Give it a try. So I'm sliding a little bit. So I call this drag racing. So again, when I go this way, it's going to fall using gravity. Up and fall, up and fall, up and fall. I just want the student to get used to it. Hey, it's worth a try, you know. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. Like that. Then plant your finger in one spot. Keep it going. It's totally exaggerated. Put your thumb on the back. Hopefully you got a vibrato. Okay, so those are some exercises right there that I use. And a lot of students find that drag racing exercise really loosens up their forearm. Because some of your forearms are like concrete. You know what I mean? It's tight. Okay, good. Now I'm going to give you some other exercises. Here's what I want you to do. Just go with me for a second. This is from Irene Sharp, credit where credit is due. Elbow up. Grab the side of the string, like literally like this. You see that? Grab the side of the D string. Well, we can do first finger. We'll change fingers. Grab the side, elbow up, roll over on top of the string. What I'd like you to do is point your fingernail a little bit to the bridge. Why would we do that? A couple reasons. Number one, it's a little more lengthwise on my finger pad. So I've got gigantopad now. Some of you have like maybe really slender fingers. If you angle it this way as you vibrate, the string's going to go a little more lengthwise. It's like the pad of your finger just, grew like an inch. Well, maybe an inch is a little bit exaggerated, right? So try with the second finger once. Grab the string. I think David Finkel has something on this on his YouTube channel too about like that. I was always taught to do this largely for the knuckle too, which we're going to do after this. All right, so those two are related. So like that, and then drop it, roll over onto the top, and now my finger is pointed towards the bridge, and I have a bit of a lengthwise indentation on my finger. Bigger pad can give you a little easier time with getting your vibrato going. Okay? So, remember, pull the string down. You don't need your thumb. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to practice a passive motion in the knuckles. All right, so let's just try second finger there. You can roll over top. Point it this way because your fingers move like that. That's the angle you would need, right, to get your knuckles to even move. They have to go this way. They don't really bend much that way. They don't bend at all up here if you move side to side. So we're going to point them down. And we're going to go fall, up, fall. I'm not using my thumb, folks. Why are you doing that, you're asking? I don't know. Watch this. Do you see my knuckle? Let's see, there it goes. See the knuckles going? Isn't that fun? Yeah, see? All of those. Some of your fingers, all right, they're so stiff, they remind me of 2x4s. You have 2x4 fingers. they're so stiff. You know what I mean? And the thing is, where are the muscles that make your fingers stiff like that? They're in your forearm. These long tendons that go up here on your flexor side and extensor side. So these are like all tight. Your forearm's tight. All right? So this way of vibrating gives your knuckles a way to just kind of relax. That's the beauty of passive motions. You can't do them when you're tight. Right? Motion is tension kryptonite. All right? It just helps dissolve it. A lot of times anyway. You don't want to do unnecessary motions. I'm not saying that. But passive motions, they're like hard. It's hard to do them if you're tight. This video is a little longer. So we're going to go up and drop. Don't touch your thumb on the back of the neck. I can already tell some of you are doing it. Up, drop. Third finger and fourth finger. You can put your third finger down with that if you want as you do it. Again, you know, you don't even need your thumb to vibrate. Actually, you know, I found that if you don't use your thumb, you see the thumb doing a circle? You get a little natural circle in your vibrato. It's kind of cool. All right, something to think about. I'm actually messing around with that a little bit. Some cellists do this. They work for a circle in their vibrato. So I'm kind of messing around with it a little bit too. All right, so there we go. Those are the exercises I have. We need some pivot. We need some of this knuckle. All right, we need this. We need the door and a hinge. All right, and all those work together as one to get a vibrato. All right, so there you go. It helped. It helped my student, and you know, I have some students that still like to think of pushing more than pulling. I showed it to them, and they're like, "Ew, it's weird. It's weird." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Your vibrato's fine. Just stick with what you're doing." But I always tell them, "Hey, think about it. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. It's kind of fun." My student I had, you know, he's graduated now, but he did much better with his vibrato, and it's influenced the way I vibrate now. I think more pull than push, you know, and I find it more relaxing, you know, for my vibrato. So there you go. Something to think about, and you can always let me know how it's going in the comments. By the way, on my website, celloprofessor.com, I have videos up there that are not on my YouTube channel, just to let you know, okay? So if you want to go check it out and just kind of look around, you're going to find some other videos there, okay? Why do I do that? Because I want people to go there. But then I realized nobody maybe knows who watches my YouTubes on my YouTube channel. So there you go. Happy practicing, and I'll see you all later.